guys, welcome back. Today I thought I'd bring you to a different space. This is my basement. Today's workout's all about energy, de-stressing. So let's start off with some nice big deep breaths. Take a nice inhale, lift both the arms all the way up, big inhale. Exhale, blow it out. And another big inhale, all the way up. Exhale all the way out, right? So as we get started breathing, let me tell you a little bit about today's workout. Kind of a little mishmash. This is an awesome routine to do in the morning. So when you first wake up, you'll have this in your inbox to do. Don't need anything but your mat. So join me. Exhale. Try to keep your routine as consistent as possible. Take a nice side bend up and over. Place the hand on the waist. Pull the belly in. Just breathe into the side, breath in right to those side ribs, and then exhale all the way back up. Let's do the other side. Lift up, right? Lifting through your ribs, side bend up and over. And then exhale to come back up. And we'll do it again, maybe with a little bit more flow. Big breath. Exhale. And again up. Remember, as hard as it is to do something, once you turn this video on and start moving, you're going to feel that much better. Breath in. Creating a routine, maybe it's a new routine for yourself, is important. Many of you have reached out to me to tell me that, that stress eating maybe has kicked in. I hear you. So keep the videos going, be kind to yourself. So we're going to start with some roll downs. So drop the head down, little bend into the knees. We're going to roll all the way down. Go as far as you can. Exhale to come all the way back up. Roll the shoulders back and then lift right through the top of the head. That's one. And head. And ribs, belly, bent knees. And slowly come back up. Roll the shoulders and then lift right through the top of the head. I'm with you on all this. I've got my legs together, but if you feel like a little wobbly, then just take the legs out a little wider. Bent, scoop. Everything feels nice and heavy. Pull in. We're going to do between 5 and 6. Again, you know how good I am about counting, so let's just say this is 6. And hold down here. So if you can reach the floor, do it. If you need to bend the knees, go ahead. And we're just going to take some knee bends. We're going to do 6 of these. So we do something very similar when we're on the chair. We've got our hands on the pedal. So think of that as you bend and press. One more. And then let's separate the knees. Hands on the thighs, arch the back, look forward. Exhale and round. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me better. Arch and exhale round. And arch. Remember, see if you can start with the pelvis. And up. And one more time. Arch. And then exhale. And round. Roll the shoulders. Come all the way up to the front part of your mat. And then have a seat down. We're going to start with rolling like a ball. So let's lift both legs up. Curl the tail. Bring both knees in toward you. And roll. Most of the movements are going to be 6 repetitions. So I can't hold you in them or make you do more because we're counting and no one else is here but me. So you guys are off the hook because sometimes that we do a lot more than 6, right? One more. And 6, straighten the legs and just take a nice stretch over. Wiggle those hips a little bit. See if you can just bring yourself down a little bit more, right? Just a stretch. And then slowly stack the spine all the way up. Bend the legs. And then push yourself back into the middle of the mat. Hold on to one leg and then slowly roll the spine all the way back. So we're going to do some abs. We'll do our hundreds and then crisscross. And again, this is just a little mishmash. A lot of times when I don't have that much time, I'll just pick and choose what Pilates exercise, and especially in the mat work that I want to do. And this is just a little bit of my own personal workout. So let's lift both the legs straight up, bring the arms to the side, and instead of pumping, we're going to lower one leg down at a time. So you're going to stay with me. Take an inhale. You're going to lower the right leg down toward the floor, and then exhale to bring it up. Left leg goes down, and exhale, and right leg. So look at your abdominals, right? Are you pulling your belly button in? Imagine you've got that little belt wrapped around your waist, and you're trying to get it to the next notch. Now I know it's always challenging for me, and a lot of us, is keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, right? Not up here, but see if you can connect to underneath your armpit, right? So you're reaching with the arms. Let's do one more each side, right? A modification would be to leave one leg on the floor and just do one at a time. Pull the knees into the chest, drop the head down. Little turn from side to side. Again, no rush as we go through these. The idea is to create energy and to de-stress, right? So paces may be a little bit slower. We're going to take our hands behind the head and come up, back up into that upper body curl. We're going to bring the right knee in, and we're only going to work with one side. So here's our crisscross. Here's one, and come back center. 2. Going for 6. One more. And let's go for the other side. Pull that leg in. Here's one. And bring it back. Right? What I'm looking at or feeling are my hips. So my hips are staying still. And I'm thinking of that, about that washcloth, wringing it out. Right? That's what my ribs are doing, wringing out, wrapping around my spine. We'll say this is 6. And then slowly bring the legs down. Whew. Let's hold on to the back of the left leg, lift the head up, and roll the spine up. And we're ready for saw. So let's take the legs out, and then just take a stretch forward. So I'm just gonna drop my head down, take a stretch forward because it feels good. Maybe let the butt come up, and then roll back down, right? Feel the sit bones down, and then round the spine to come all the way back up. So my knees are lined up with my feet. They're flexed. And today I'm gonna lift my hip up during saw, right? Because I feel like I need to lift my hip up instead of stay planted down. So we're gonna twist and reach. I'm gonna lift that hip up. Then I'm gonna feel the hip come down, open up and bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Bring the hip back, open up, switch. 1, 2, 3. Roll back, up and open. So the exhale is on the saw part, and the inhale is on the switch, right? Let's do one more each side. 2, 3, I roll back, sit up and switch, and 1, 2, 3, roll back, open and down. Let's move all the way to the front of the mat, and we're gonna go through open leg rocker. Before we do though, let's just start off with a nice little prep. So we're gonna lift that right leg up and down. We're gonna do that 3 times. So as I lift my leg up, I'm gonna pull my belly in. And let's switch sides and up. Right, I know for me, one side always feels a little bit different, and it's usually my left side. 2, one more, just something I notice. And 3. Now we'll progress with these. So let's lift both legs up, hold on to those hamstrings and roll back, curl the tail. And there's 1, 2, 3. Right, so watch the change here. Straight legs overhead, and then come right back up. 1, and straight legs, and come back up. 2, one more, and 3. If you'd like to go for it, go for those straight legs. If you're ready to do it, curl. On the way up, look up, and hope you stay and roll. And all the way up, look up. There's 2, one more. And look up, there's 3. Legs together. Slowly drop those legs down. Sit up nice and tall. And we're ready for spine twist. Right, little point to the toes, little bend in the knees to get that spine up nice and tall. Let's bring the hands behind the head, up tall. 1, 2, 3, and back center. So I'm gonna really squeeze my heels together. 2, 3, and back center. So my hips don't move. And center. 3. I don't know if all of you can hear my spine crack, but it is totally adjusting with these, and it just feels good, right? So there's that lift of your ribs. Think of your ribs coming out of your hips, lifting up. 2, 3. So issues with the shoulders, my arms can come here, right? Or maybe even no arms, and just twist. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and back center. Let's shake it all out. Let's come over on the tummy. We're going to flip those legs around, elbows underneath the shoulders, make a little fist. Wiggle the hips down and reach through the back of the legs. Right, so now my abdominals are pulling in, my head is up, and let's kick those legs in. 1, 2, 3, and down. If you feel a little coordinated, you can point and flex the foot each time it comes in. Or just point, right? Point, flex, point, and bring it down. And down, right? Each time you kick the leg, there's a breath. And as long as you breathe, I'm happy. 1, 2, 3. One more each side. Last one. Nice. And then let's come all the way down on the belly. So we're going to take the hands. Actually, let's take the arms all the way out in front and do a little bit opposite arm and leg. So I'm going to lift my head up. I'm going to hover. Bring my chin to my throat. I'm going to lift my right arm, left leg. And then I'm going to bring it back down. And left arm, right leg. So it's about 6 on each side. So that's 12 all together. Lift and bring it down. And up. Right, so if it's too much to do both at the same time, just do your arms and then do your legs, right? We can still do that one at a time. So I'm breathing on one side for the inhale and the other side for the exhale. And I'm thinking about length, right? Really reaching long, like someone's pulling on my limbs. I'm going to say this is about 12 here. Nice. Let's take the hands underneath the shoulders, push back into child's pose all the way back. Right, we're going to just move the hips from right to left because that feels good. Take a little bit wider of a knee position, bring the hips forward, back and around. Right, so this is a little yoga-ish, but why not? Because it feels good in the hips. And then let's go the other way, pulling the abdominals in, making those hip circles. Right, and then let's come right over on our side. So we're going to line up our back, the back of the mat, legs to the front, lay right down on your head, and lift that top leg up. Little space underneath for those double kicks. Kick, kick, and back and point. And kick, kick. And we've got 6. I'm looking at my notes over there. And back. One more. Nice bicycle. Forward, back, and around. And 5. Right, staying with me. And 6. Other way. Forward, kick and around. And back. And 5. Right, here's the balance challenge if you want it. So remember, you don't want to be moving your body all over. You want to try to balance on your hip, shoulder. I've got my foot flexed here like a little kickstand, that helps. Hold it here, and then we're gonna do something a little different. So we're gonna lift the leg up and then bring the leg down. So you're gonna move the leg forward, lift up, rond de jambe, and back down. And then we're gonna go the opposite way. So here we go, we bring it back, lift up, and down. So imagine your leg is circling inside a big giant bowl. And back, one more, breathe it out, lower it down, and bring it all the way back. Right. And then hold on to the ankle, give it a pull. Nice stretch for the quad, doing it this way today. Curl the tailbone under, and then push your foot into your hand. Right, try that. So the first way is I'm just pulling my heel to my ankle, my heel to my butt, and the other way I'm pushing my leg away. So let's line ourselves up. Come up on the forearm. I'm going to bend my back leg. Push down so your shoulder isn't up into those ears. And then we're going to lift the opposite leg up. And we're going to lift up 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we did 8. Uh-oh. Let's come up, lift the hip up if you want a little bit more of a challenge. And we do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Out. Pull both knees in. We transition to the other side. Gotta love the spin. All right, here we go. Line yourself up with the back of the mat. Bring those legs forward. Let's bring the arm behind the head, or you're gonna lay flat down. Some of us who've got the shoulder issue, maybe put a towel here or even a pillow, right? Get creative so the shoulder doesn't hurt. Lift the leg up, double kick. 1, 2. And back in point. Right, so we're working stability. We're trying to avoid the body moving forward or back, but keeping the shoulders lined up and those hips lined up. Last one, bend it, reach it, and bring it back. A little crack. And 3. Oh, I feel a little lost without my solid gold dancers behind me. And back and kick, and bring it around. Nice, right? My abdominals pull in with every exhalation. Hear those rond de jambes. Oh, I think you're being pretty good today. And down 1, and reach, and lift up, right? Make that big circle as if you could touch the walls in the room. Bring it back. So we bring it back, up, lift, and around. So remember your leg, right, and that, like your shoulder, is a ball and socket joint. So you want to move it in the ball and socket without letting your hip roll back, right? And then take that leg down. Let's come up, line it up, bend the back leg, and then lift it up. We did 8, I remember. 2, and 3, good, and 4. And lift up. So this leg is actually pushing down, even though it's not off the floor yet. And this one, right, the inner thigh all the way up here. Now I'm going to come up, or you can stay down. And we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Why not bring the bottoms of the feet together and just take a stretch forward. This always feels good. Take your right leg, and bring the left leg under, knee on top of knee. Take a stretch forward over your legs. You can even hold on to your ankles or do a figure 4 stretch, right? So we're after this area to stretch. And then let's go the opposite way. Right? Sometimes we don't even have to fold forward to feel the stretch. If you're feeling a lot of pulling in here, for me, where my stress goes is really more in this spot for me. For some of us, it's hips, it's upper back, might even be face. Today I woke up and I had this, I don't even know what in God's name it was right here. So I know that was from stress. So if my eye's a little puffy, what are you gonna do? Right? So for all of us, stress hides in different places. All right, so from here, let's go into our plank and side plank, right? You didn't think we were gonna forget that. So we're gonna flip back over on our knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Do that check with your body, right? So your head's not down there, chin to throat. I move my tail just to find that neutral position. Pull the tummy in, take a step back with the right leg, and then take a step back with the left. I'm going to show you the exercise and then we'll go through a modification. So now this is your center plank, and then we're going to go to side plank. Right hand in the middle, or your left hand, turn to the side or turn toward me, and then lift all the way up. Bring the arm back down, come back to your center plank. We go the other way. Now you guys are going to keep going because when I come back, I'm going to show you the modifications on both sides. So if you're not ready for straight legs, you're going to stay on bent, and then you can just do the same thing. All of you can do this. All the way up, come back down, back to center. We go the other way, right? So my leg, I'm just pivoting on my knee, up, and then down. And again, all the way up. Make sure the shoulder, right, or the scap is staying on top of your ribs, right, and back down. Or maybe one side feels a little bit more doable than the other, and you can go ahead and do that. Another option there with that leg up. All right, we'll do one more each side. Let's do one more each. Lift and bring it down. Good. I'm pivoting on the sides of my feet and bring it down. Nice, and then push back all the way. Give the wrists a nice little shake. Another one of my little favorites is just while we're here, is why not? Just thread the needle. Take that right arm, reach it under your right arm, side of the face down, and breathe. The other option is to take the top arm and reach it all the way overhead. Also, just to sit the hips back. So do whatever feels better. Let's come back, we go the other way. We can start with the arm out to the side, thread the needle, reach it under, right? Slowly reach. Shoulder, side of the face, give a smile. Why not? You can reach the arm overhead. Definitely one of my favorites. Bring the arm back in, and then we'll bring ourselves all the way up. So we're gonna bring out, let me look at my nose. Oh, one more exercise, sorry. All right, so now we're gonna add a roll over. So this is where in class, some of you, we put the foam roller under our hips or even the ball. So now this is good because we're gonna do this with a momentum. Let's say this is good, this is fun. We can do this, right? So stretch over your legs, roll back, lift the legs up and over, roll back down, and reach. And there's one. And up and over, and back down. I've got this pony on, so my head might look a little crooked back here. My braid. Just come up wherever you can. I'm going to take a straddle this time and roll. And then when I come down, I'm going to bring my legs together. So I'm going to go over with two legs, straddle, and then roll down. This one I'm going to hold back there, right? So I'm going to hold back here, and if my feet touch the floor, I'm going to leave my legs, my hands here. But if my feet are up, I'm going to take my hands back here to support my back. All right, so either way, take your stretch. Make sure your chin is lifted. And then let's all come to this position here. All right, so we're going to keep both legs together and then just stick your butt out and feel the stretch in your spine. So it's about that length through the side of your body. Bring the legs a little further down. And I know I keep saying just one more exercise, but yeah, glutes, right, and hamstrings. Let's just do a little bit of bridging. Let's hold on to the right knee and bridge. We lift up and lower down. I always think it's important really to work your glutes, to work your hips. Really, I do it every day. You know, if I feel really sore in that area or in a particular spot, then I really won't work that area as much, as hard. You know, maybe I'll just do a stretch that day. But super important just to do something for your glutes and hips, right? Because that helps us strengthen our back. And up. Same thing with the hamstrings, right? So if we stretch out those hamstrings, that helps with the back. So I'm pushing my foot into the floor, I'm reaching my knee forward, and I'm just holding onto this leg. One more. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Bring that leg down, roll down, pull the knee into the chest, and then let's sit up. So we're gonna come all the way up to a standing. Final exercise. Lift both arms up, and then dive down, or walk the hands down, all the way down to the mat. I'm gonna show the modification first on the knees, right? Here are those push-ups, our favorite. We go down 1 and 2, good, and 3, and 4. What I'm concentrating on is not letting my shoulder heads roll forward, right? I'm concentrating, I'm really trying to keep my scap on the back. I may have done 8 at that point. Hips go up, then walk those hands back in, roll the spine up, shoulders back, lift up, big inhale. Exhale down, roll the spine down, reach for that floor. 2, 3, 4. Push up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel like doing 6. 6. Come all the way back up into elephant, and let's walk that elephant. So now we point and we flex. One thing to keep in mind is where those shoulders are, right? Where that scapula is. So if my shoulders are here, look at my head, right? It's all squished. But if my shoulder blades are down on my rib cage, there's more space. So now I'm going to walk my feet to my hands. I'm going to roll the spine up. And I'm going to bring my shoulders back. I'm going to face you guys. And, you know, let's just be thankful for something and just think of something you feel thankful for right now. Take a breath. Remember, we're all in this together and we'll get through it. So I hope you enjoy the videos. You're enjoying them. Let me know because, you know, I want to know. All right. See you guys soon. Air 5.